And I tell you what, I don't suppose it gets simpler than that. I've got to say, I'm an enormous fan of a tomato. Tomato anything really, caprese, salad, tomato sauce, you know, in pasta, tomato soup. Anything. So, tonight's tomato soup night, and I've literally come home with a glut of tomatoes. They were at the supermarket. They were quite cheap and cheerful. They were big and ripe. So I've tossed them into a big roasting pan. I've used like 12 big tomatoes, quite ripe, some garlic, about 4 cloves or so, and 2 big onions. I've got some fresh thyme. Just going to scatter it over here. Now the thing about this fresh tomato soup is that I'm going to roast the tomatoes to really give it like a depth of flavour. You can easily sort of fry the onions and put it all in a pot and Bob's your uncle and then you made a soup. Or you can do sort of this method. If you've got some peppers, yellow peppers or red peppers, toss them into, you know, when they're getting all crinkly and funny. It's my dog eating supper outside, in case you're wondering. And here is some rosemary. Now, if you wanted to kind of do like an ottolenghi vibe, I suppose you could sort of do a little bit of cumin and coriander, maybe some smoked paprika, and get that hot sort of smoky vibe. I'm going to keep kind of fresh and Italian because I bought fresh bread and some lovely, smelly, oozy cheese. Very happy person I am. All right, bit of sugar, because where there are tomatoes, there are acid. Where there's acid, there's a bad trip or a few tomatoes or a bit of sugar. Then we've got some salt, quite a bit of salt. It's going to kind of bring out the flavour. And then I've got pepper, obviously. Now don't worry, you can always season it again. You are going to sort of cook this twice. It does go into a pot and get all whirred up. This is an optional extra. I think balsamic vinegar really brings out the kind of like sweetness in the tomatoes. But like putting balsamic vinegar and black pepper with strawberries brings out that sweetness and that sort of berry flavour. So don't go completely mad, but do introduce them to one another. And then ordinary, so just a blended oil or any old olive oil, but don't again use your best olive oil. You've got to learn in life. There's a place for best olive oil, medium olive oil, not very nice olive oil. This is the kind of not very nice, doesn't really matter olive oil. Okay, I'm tossing it in the oven. It's about 180. They're going to roast them. Well, it's a weeknight, so I'm going to leave them for about an hour. If I had all the time in the world, then I would sort of roast them at like 140 for about 2 hours. But time is short, and so I'm not going to. So in an hour, we'll check them out. The time has passed, as it so often does. It's been like about, I suppose about an hour. Now, if you were really doing things properly, you'd probably do this sort of put them separately and sort of make them, I suppose, like drier, you know, so you really get that roasting. But life is short, and it's the middle of the week, and actually I don't have the energy for that, so that's not going to happen. Sorry. Did I give you a fright, my boy? Sorry, darling. Careful, this might splosh. Okay, so now you whirl them in there. Now what I must tell you, not you, Flynn, because I've just dropped a tomato on the floor, but we're going to ignore that. What I must tell you is this is actually going to make a stunning pasta sauce if you wanted to. But we're not making pasta sauce, we're making soup. So come over here, Lou. Ignore the tomato all over my leg and on the floor.
Sorry about that, Mom.
Flynn's got a commentary. And we're just going to sort of whir it. So look in here, Belle. So it's got the onions, the roasted garlic, beautiful tomatoes. Just makes, oops, a stunning soup. Right, off we go to the stove. Now, I've made a whole lot of vegetable stock in case you want to thin it. But you know, quite honestly, let me get a spoon and just show you. I mean, this is like the perfect consistency for soup, if you ask me. I'm just going to have a little taste because it might, well, it could need something, couldn't it? No, I think what it needs is lots of basil, But you're just going to toss it. Now don't do this before you're going to serve because the basil is a very light herb, and if you cook it too long, there's absolutely no point in putting it in. So you just toss it on top, and you serve this with some crusty bread, said crusty bread, and I've got some brie, and I've got loads of Parmesan. And I tell you what, I don't suppose it gets simpler than that. I mean, I'm getting better and better every week. This one's got 4 ingredients as well. I'm just on a 4 ingredient mission at the moment. Enjoy.